wild and inconsistent stories about the exploits of a spy called the Pink Carnation, who, if the London papers and the records of the French Ministry of the Police were to be believed, had been a greater thorn in the flesh of the French than anyone with the possible exception of Wellington. And of the two, the Pink Carnation had been in operation longer. Or so the stories claimed. On the theory that there ain't no smoke without fire, I had confidently set out for material to verify that, and found nothing. Until I met Colin. His family archives were the academic equivalent of the Holy Grail. He wasn't so bad himself. Right now, he wasn't exactly a happy camper. I could hear the snick of rubber-soled shoes on flagstones, and Colin's voice below, raised over the sound of smashing shrubbery. The word damage seemed to figure prominently. The scents of spring wafted through the open window, fresh-cut grass and wild flowers, and stale tobacco. Perched safely above the fray, 2 stories up, I leaned sideways in Colin's desk chair, craning my neck to try to see out the window. From my current vantage point, all I could see was a confusion of tree branches, exuberant in their spring foliage, and, if I tried really hard, something long, black, and metallic that I assumed was part of the scaffolding for lighting. Either that or a missing piece of the Death Star. I hadn't been in the gardens since the crew had arrived, but with the noises coming from that direction with ear-splitting regularity, I feared the worst. The crew had been on location for 2 days now, setting up equipment and running light tests and doing whatever else it was that film people do. I had resisted the urge to hover and gawk. After all, I was a mature and responsible academic. We weren't supposed to go all wide-eyed at the sight of things like movie cameras, nor wonder whether anyone would notice if we waved at the camera and mouthed, "Hi, Mom." Besides, given Colin's feelings about the proceedings, showing too much interest smacked of disloyalty. To say Colin hadn't been thrilled about renting out Selwick Hall to American film star Micah Stone for his latest blockbuster would be like saying that Cookie Monster had a slight thing for baked goods. Colin had been presented with the situation as a fait accompli at his mother's birthday party in Paris 2 months before, in public, with the cameras flashing. It had not been a good time. Colin had only just started speaking to his mother again. He still wasn't speaking to his sister Serena, the weak link, the deciding 1/3 vote that had enabled his stepfather Jeremy to get away with inviting Dreamstone to film at Selwick Hall. It was Serena's defection that hurt Colin the most, even more than seeing his beloved home, the one he had gone to such trouble to restore and maintain, trampled under the feet of Micah Stone and his merry men. Both Colin's great-aunt Arabella and I had made tentative gestures towards a reconciliation with Serena, but Colin had shot down all of our attempts. I wasn't pushing it. My own position in his life was too new and too tenuous to risk. Tenuous, and possibly about to end. Abandoning the window, I turned back reluctantly to the computer screen. The email was still there. It hadn't obligingly zapped itself back into cyberspace in the past 5 minutes. Damn. On the face of it, there was nothing about the email to occasion forebodings of dread and gloom. No threats, no dire warnings, no offers to make my manhood throb more manfully or share a bank account in Rwanda. It was a perfectly pleasant email from the modern Germany professor offering me 2 sections and the position of head teaching fellow for his Modern Europe course. Not entirely my area of expertise, but still better than that semester I had wound up teaching Charlemagne, unable to tell my Carolingians from my Carolinas. I wasn't exactly thrilled with the 20th century, but I had done a field in it, so I could teach it. And the head TF position came with an extra financial incentive, payback for being the one in the unenviable position of playing middleman between a busy professor, demanding students, angsty teaching staff, and the entire administrative panoply.